Welcome, everybody, back to day 3 of F1 preseason shakedown week testing. We've got the afternoon stream now. Obviously, we're live for the first 2.5 hours of the stream of the day, covering the news from the morning. Now we're going to cover the news from the rest of the day and everything that happens in the last 2 hours of testing. Now, McLaren was out on track for the very first time today. It looks like a bit of a barefoot sighting with this footage, but yeah, don't think much has happened. I haven't really been following it, to be honest. Normally I'd I don't know, check Discord and see what's happening, but I was like, I'll save all my reactions for the stream. So we'll have a look through all this in a second. Let me get a better video of the McLaren. I swear there's a better video, right? That video sucks. No, is that the only that's the only video we have? Cool. All right, let's have a scroll through Discord and look at everything. But welcome in, everyone, to the YouTube stream. The McLaren front wing is interesting to look at, you reckon? Thanks for opening the YouTube just live just for Dalai Lama. Oh my god. Oh my god. To be honest, I normally joined. Wait. Let me go back up. Poo break. Might need a poo break soon. No, I think I went before. No, I went before. Yeah, I went before. Audi is fake. Okay, damn. I mean, low key though. Well, wait, I'll talk about when we get to the fake Audi. There's no corner where that is. That type of tech pro, right? Hi, bro. Can we see the fake crash pic, please? I saw the guy on the race spine to watch testing on a hill via TikTok. Wait, was he live on TikTok? I'm still new, but I'm in the industry. Nice. I just joined here for the Dalai Lama. Oh my god. I don't know. I just ain't got anything else to do right now. Definitely the hype of F1 is because of Dalai Lama. Okay. Enough. Hype and new regs got me excited. You get so much new followers for the stream during testing. It's been insane. What's up, KB Merchant? I trust the information from you. Thank you. Lando has crashed. He has not. Don't lie to me. You are back to soy motor and chilling. Flight radar. 2.2k people watching this flight, by the way. Wait. Is this the Aston Martin flight? What flight is this? Is this the Aston Martin flight? Birmingham to Girona. 2,000 people are watching this flight. Why? What? I'm sorry. I don't get plane people. Car people, I get. The plane people to a degree, I get. But shit like this. Why are there 2,000 of you guys chilling, staring at this plane on a map? What's cool about this? I don't get it. Wait, how do I know there's 2,000 people? Oh, tracked by 2,000 people live. What? It's a rare plane. Rarity? Wait, is this the Aston Martin flight or not? What? How do I check the most, track flights? XXXXX from Abu Dhabi to unknown. The fuck is this thing doing? Wait, it's a drone? What the hell? Okay, enough of that. Where can we watch lap times? There's no lap times for this testing, Insider. No lap times for this testing. Bram Gimberg. What is up, dude? Thank you for the follow on TikTok. Bombardier. It's the Aston Martin flight, right? And it's a rare plane. That's a UAV. Search the aircraft name. You think it's the UFO? Where's the Verstappen jet? Probably parked up at Spain airport somewhere. There's been 30k people on one flight before. What was that flight for? Actually, I got a cool story. So when I was flying from London to Dubai, but specifically the flight from London to Bahrain for my layover, Hannah, she loves tracking flights. She loves Flight Tracker. She said that, wait, was it Hannah or was it my other friend Jet? I can't remember. Either way, one of my friends showed me that I was literally above, my plane was literally flying above the Prince of Bahrain's flight. It was like a private flight, like one of those jumbo planes. And then when we Googled the flight number, apparently it was the Prince of Bahrain or the King of Bahrain's private plane, which was pretty cool. But I don't know. It was just I don't know. They're just this big plane flying out. I don't know. Plane people maybe feel that, think that's cool. Maybe it's not cool. I don't know. But either way, it's crazy to think how, like, you can just be next to someone in the air like that. You don't even know, but probably hundreds of meters away. What's even more funny is you have all these car people watching you, watching an airplane live. Yeah, true. Fabrico, Tofu, Elliot, Idivo, Comma, Big Manolo, Fraser, Sandro, DeAndretti, Patty, Sam. Thank you guys all for the follows. All right, let's go through. What we got? What's up, Salty Lauren? Okay, I think we're up to here. Okay, but these suits are 100. These suits are banging. Oh, so this is the new suit, but in grey instead of papaya. It's got that stupid fucky thing on one side. Sky News managed to get session timings. Well, they've got inside intel, so they get delivered the times by F1 or whatever. Because F1's been posting at the end of the days. What is this? Haas returns to the track 2 hours later. Behrman is back on track at the circuit. What were they stopped for 2 hours for? Ollie's issue was not PU. Behrman's return to the track confirms those rumors that were reaching me, and I also got confirmations from Amos's live stream. Issues with some sensors on the car that sent the PU into protection mode. No problems with the Ferrari PU. That's good. It was just the sensors. Is Ferrari running an S-duct? The vane ahead of the Ferrari side pod merges into the side pod. It could be a cooling inlet, or it's linked to the vent fitted behind the cockpit. This would clean up the airflow boundary layer and along that. How are you guys so smart, man? How are you guys so smart? Yo, Sophia Lauren, thank you so much for subbing for the very first time. Really do appreciate that. Thank you for coming in with the prime. Thank you. Yeah, really do appreciate you subbing for the very first time. Sky Sports F1 dropped the vid of the day timings. Okay, do people not understand sarcasm now? Wait, what happened? What's up, peeps? Hope you're having a better day than I am. What's up, 5ETH? I hope you're doing well, dude. I hope whatever's happening gets better. But, yeah. McLaren finally came out today. I think the side pod is looking a bit crazy of the MC L40. I hope we get some better. Have we got a higher quality pick of the McLaren yet? I feel like F1's posted all the other teams, but not the fucking McLaren yet. Tiardi, Ardbean. Thank you guys for the follows. Did you see the hoarder photo of MBS? 12th F1 team? I mean, they catch up quite regularly, to be honest, but maybe. Incredible stuff for the Mercedes to George Russell. 92 laps for the British driver, who on top of that has posted the fastest time, a 17.5. Yes, Hedge has now been overtaken. Russell with the fastest time. I think Mercedes are the ones to beat. Mercedes have got their shit together. So Russell 17.5, Colapinto 19.1, Norris 19.6, Lindblad 20.7, Behrman 20.8, and Hulkenberg only did 5 laps before breaking down. Yikes. Can 12 garages even fit in the Monaco pit lane? I don't even think 11 can, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know what they were going to do for Monaco this year. As you go, the Gals on the strip. Kimi is fastest out. Oh, Kimi's gone even faster. Okay. Lando was doing stream and decided to approach Max, who was signing autographs for fans. Max didn't notice Lando and almost gave Lando an autograph. Wait, I don't think I've ever seen this clip before.
Max, can you wave? Cheers. Can you sign the phone? Huh? Don't say that. I'm live.
Okay. Other than has already completed 61 laps this morning. Damn, big amount of laps this morning. That's good. Maybe these cars are more reliable than we think. Rumors from the paddock. The reliability of Ferrari's new power unit has everyone talking. What's more, the old spec car is already aerodynamically strong. The signs suggest that Maranello have potentially produced a championship contender. Cap. I'll believe it when I see it. Has McLaren tested yet? Yeah, they've been on track today. Sup, Oliver? Thank you for the follow. There's plenty of footage from this morning on Sky Sport. Yeah, but unfortunately that's geo-blocked and copyrighted to fuck the foul lady, so I can't really show that, sadly. RB22 crash update. The information I had is that the analysis of the damaged parts is complete. Spare parts on the way to Spain, and the team is expected to be able to run on Friday. Hopefully no surprises. Max will have the full running on Friday. Laps completed in the morning. Okay, this is what I was waiting for. 92 laps for Mercedes, 61 laps for Racing Bulls, 56 laps for Alpine, only 33 laps for McLaren, but do keep in mind that was their first session on track, so hopefully they'll pump up with some laps this afternoon. Teams with problems. Haas had 21 and Audi only got 5 laps. Wow. Mercedes, sorry, not Mercedes, McLaren in one session have beaten Audi. Audi only have 32 laps at the moment. McLaren already have 33. What is these photos of the Williams, bro? So this is now total laps. Mercedes 251, Red Bull 185, Haas 175, Racing Bulls 149, Ferrari 121, Alpine 116, Cadillac 44, but they've only done one day so far. McLaren 33, Audi 32. Yeah. Okay, folks. Yes, times don't matter in testing. I'll be the first to tell you that. They don't give us true measure of performance. Distribution of the teams. But what these do tell us is how hard the teams are pushing their package during the shakedown. I see this as a good indication of who is gaining some confidence in their power unit and mechanical package to start pushing it. We aren't really at the levels yet to really stress these cars, but I believe that it is of note because it tells me who is starting to move into the next phase of their stress test by increasing the output of the PU. I'm idiot 100%. That's the thing. I've always said, like, lap times don't matter, but it gives you a good indication. And, like, when we did our vibe rankings this morning, like, I do think, like, there's teams that are higher on the vibe chart than others. What is this person doing there? That's a photographer, man. That's a photographer. Oh, here we go. A good look at the MCL 40. Whoa. Okay, wait. I thought that was a grill. Okay. All right, someone might need to do the usual, someone with a brain might need to do the usual, like, dumbed down break version of this for us noobs in chat, please. Shows the crank front wing. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother reading this. All right, someone who's studying engineering or some shit, have a read of that and tell us. Give me a too long didn't read of that. Interesting photo, though. Jonathan, they've followed Dart 10 years of armor with engines that have less compression, far less boost and heat output. Hulk crash, but apparently hydraulic. That's fake, Callum. That was fake. Good evening, my neighbors. What's up? Always been harsh. How's it going, dude? Eddie has been back out on track since midday as far as... Okay, that's good. That's good. McLaren posted a few photos, but we can't see the side pod. They seem to have a really aggressive downwash, but we can see the front wing. It's pretty complex. Here's some more good pics of the McLaren. All right, look at that in a sec. Ferrari meant to be in the fight each year, and then the second race of the year, you know they're likely going to suck. But the side pod is huge, don't you think? No, I haven't got like a really good view of it. Time to begin, isn't it? By the way, if you watch on YouTube right now and you prefer to watch the stream with music, we've got music banging in the background on Twitch. Okay. Yeah, they're not really showing the side pod, are they? It's time to begin, isn't it? Wait, what was this she linked? If you offered me a Daytona podium 4 months ago when we were officially handed the keys to this program, I would have accepted in a heartbeat. What an incredible achievement by the team. Bro, I'd love to get to Daytona one day. Daytona looks so lit. That'd be so sick. The car sounds so good too. Banger tune, but skipping because that's too slow for us right now. We need some more hype. Actuator for the movable aero is in the nose. Oh, I just realized, speaking of the nose, they've got like a big hole. Some teams have opted for many little holes. Some teams have opted for no hole. McLaren got a big hole. Go to ChatGPT and summarize. Yeah, it's not about summarizing. We just need it like layman's terms. Put into layman's terms. How do McLaren in-wash boards look? I have no clue what that means. I'm sorry. We haven't really got a good photo of the side. Anyway. Daytona had a 6-hour full course yellow. Wait, really? Seems like they really want to hide the side pod. Yeah. Pod, I was actually there. We had a caution for over 4 hours because the fog was so bad at night, but it was an amazing experience. I love seeing Kevin Magnussen and Roman Grosjean. Okay. Oh, that was you. You went. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I hope you had a good time. It looked like an amazing weekend. If there's motors for the front wing, what happens when we need front wing changes? I'm assuming there'll be like a click in place situation, probably like something that you just click in place and then I don't know, it just automatically works. Nismo, Mark, Webbs, Jasmine, Tommy, thank you guys for the follows. What else we got? Russell for new fastest lap with 17.5. What's this about Audi? Audi's back on track after this morning's issues. They better start pumping some laps in. And there you go, Kimi Antonelli. Wait, is this? No, it's not. All right. Mercedes hits the track with Kimi Antonelli. Russell completed 92 laps this morning, and now it's the Italians' turn. Mr. Hobby, they were another 100 bits, dude.
Big water slide looking design on the McLaren side pods, which might indicate wanting to force air towards the floor for more downforce considering we don't have beam wings anymore. Front wing actuators are in the inboard section of the nose, further back than most other teams. I have no idea why that's important, but then again I'm not Craig Scarborough or Adrian Newey.
Right, that actually helps a lot. That's a good dumb down, because that I could understand all of that other than the beam wing part. So yeah, thank you, Mr. Hobby, for the 100 bits and the info on that. Yeah, I'm sure Sam Collins is creaming his pants at all this info at the moment. He loves this shit. This link, what is this link? First look at the McLaren's long-awaited MCL40. The car features a big rake and downward wash side pods. Further analysis will follow when better photographs become available. Also note the number 1 is on track back of the Lando Norris car. Oh my god, excuse me. Yeah, it looks like they got a similar approach to Mercedes. Alright, what else we got? Addie's back on track. Third red flag. The Racing Bulls has stopped. What? Again? Please no. Racing Bulls is parked in the stadium area. What's the stadium area? Like the front straight? Already racing into his 8th season. Look at Russell's progression over the years. This is a better video. Watching this instead of doing your homework. You should focus on your homework, but thank you for tuning in. Second issue for V-Carb now. Fuck. Third issue for the Ford engine. Oh no. Oh no. We have the video. Right at this moment, the Audi enters the curve 10 by cutting in the path of the Racing Bulls, which was already coming with problems and comes to a stop. That's how the first red flag of the afternoon has been. Damn, what a video. Yeah, you can see it overtaking out on track. How's Fry doing? Fry's not out on track today. Beam wing was at the bottom of the rear wing. It's no longer there. Right, okay. I love you for this play-by-play, dude. I've been stunned over it all. Pharmacomancer, is that pronounce it? Yeah, I'm really enjoying going through everything and chatting to you guys all about it. I feel like it's what I love about streaming, right? Is like news go way too corporate and they have like a flowy system. Everything, you know, I don't know, I just like how we just
to clarify, the beam wing was the part of the rear wing that ran adjacent to the exhaust pipe in previous cars, providing more air downforce, but the new regulations have removed it, so shaping the side pods like a water slide forces air towards the back of the floor, and reduces some of the loss of downforce. Happy to provide more explanations if necessary. Yeah, see, that shit helps a lot. Okay. I didn't realize the beam wing played that much of a part on the downforce of the car. But Mr. Hobby, thank you so much for the 150 bits, dude. Really do appreciate that and the help with everything. Beam wing is the small wings typically below the exhaust. Wait, let me Google it. For people that don't know what we're talking about. Beam wing F1. Yeah. I thought this was the diffuser. So these are the beam wings. Am I tripping? Oh, that's the diffuser, right? No? Wait, what's the diffuser? Oh, that is the diffuser. Okay, so that's the diffuser. And that's the beam wing. I thought that whole area was just the diffuser. Right.
Wow, so that really helped with the downforce. I didn't realize they were that important. Interesting. Yeah, that's it. Ponden exposing his lack of knowledge. Hey, I lack knowledge when it comes to the in-depthness of the way these cars are built. But I like to think I have knowledge in other areas. The 22 bathtub fry was because of that wing, right? They durable at the Teds and Run Day wraps on Sky F1 now too. Can't watch on Oz. Yeah, I mean Sky is always blocking their stuff. So, oppa. Look up the double diffuser brawn. Double diffuser brawn. I see. Interesting. Is it like a good shot of it? That's really interesting. Is that what helped them win the championship? Yeah, see, I'm learning. I'm learning, but I'm just not good when it comes to like technical stuff on cars itself. Morgsy, David the Volley. Like my logic, I know there's always people coming in chat, and they're always like, "It's really bad that you don't know a lot about this stuff," or like, "It's really not that hard to learn," or like, "You should really know this stuff as an F1 fan." It's like, my goal, maybe I should, but my goal as a content creator isn't to know every single thing about the technicalness of a car. Go watch Sam Collins, go watch Craig Scowbow, whatever his name is fucking Twitter. Go watch Driver 61, go watch Motorsport B, I think his name is. Like, there's so many people who have great in-depth analysis. You're not coming to my stream for fucking in-depth analysis of the cars. You're coming to me to just chill and chat and talk about everything casually about F1. Hey chat, do we know who is out on track for the afternoon session? I assume it's the same as the morning, right? McLaren, Audi, VCarb, Racing Bulls, Alpine. We watched Ponden for Audi Glaze. True. No, it's not. It's like knowing the diets of footballers by heart. That's a good way. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like, you can watch football and, you know, you just like to watch them kick it in the back of the net. And then you can watch football because you know all the training regimes of the players. There's no right or wrong way to watch football. But I like to think I watch F1 way more in depth than a casual fan or a Drive to Survive fan or anything like that. It's just when it comes to the cars, I just really lack knowledge when it comes to engines especially. But like aero stuff, like it's just not... It doesn't interest me, if I'm being honest. Like I love looking at cars and going, damn, they got a bigger side pod, they got a small side pod, they got this on their front wing, they got that on their front wing, but I don't know what it does. I don't know what it does. You know what I mean? Is bro's camera on a spring? My camera? It's oh, this guy. Oh, yeah, this footage is so bad. Yeah, let's go back to the fucking still photo of the McLaren because I was getting dizzy looking at that shit. Twitch has music. I didn't know about that. Yeah, Twitch stream has music. I can't play music on the YouTube stream, so it's just me yapping. Sup, Rushi? I feel like the shakedown and the practices and the testing is what's needed. Everyone's gonna crash. The new cars at some point might do it. Yeah, but they can still broadcast it though. I don't want to get too high, but feeling like this could be a Russell. Yeah, definitely. Have you played Arc Raiders? I've never played it, which is crazy because I absolutely loved War Z and Shattered Skies, and Arc Raiders just seems like those games on crack. But yeah, I've never played them. I've not played Arc Raiders yet, I mean. Bro, search Bic Circuit on Google and show us the screen rate. The circuit, please. Yeah, we watched it yesterday. Retina G. We literally looked at Buddha yesterday. Sup, Adam? No live timings? No live timings. We weren't actually meant to have the live timings on Monday, but they somehow leaked. But yeah, we can't have them anymore. Sahows. Sniping Soap, Morgsy. Thank you guys for the follows. Daytona highlights. We could watch that at some point. You said Daytona highlights today. I can't really watch them on stream though, because then I just get fucking copyright strike. We have got some plans to do some other stuff though. Anyways, let's continue scrolling through the news. Charlotte Claire's in your DMs. Wait, what?
I'm Charles Leclerc, and I'm in your DMs. You've been sent this by a huge Ferrari fan. I'm Charles Leclerc, and I'm in your DMs. You've been sent this by a huge Ferrari fan.
This content, this content is just gross to me. Like, this content is just like, it's not gross. I shouldn't say gross, but it's just like, it's just fake and it's just cringe and it's just like, it's just corporate, just crap.
I'm Charles Leclerc and I'm in your DMs. You've been sent this by a huge Ferrari fan.
Moving on. It's crazy how they managed to take this photo considering it was a private test, so the track was completely sealed off. Well, this is from the pit lane, right? Because if I had to take a guess, so the last corner is kind of like, last corner is kind of like this, and then you got the pit lane down here, right? And the wall is over here, and Hadja's crashed here with his booty like that. So if I had to take a guess, that's someone in the pit lane taking a photo. That's not someone on the track. Right? Because if you search up Hadja's crash, Hadja F1 crash Spain Shakedown. Yeah, see? If you look at the video, the car's front on, which means the angle was taken from the right side, which means that came from the pit lane. That's not someone that's not someone outside the track. That's someone inside the track. What's probably happened is like a team member from another team, not Red Bull, has seen the crash, gone, and probably sent it to some friends, and it's just like leaked. Or who's to say another team hasn't just leaked this on purpose to just show the crash? Because how are they gonna know, bro? How are they gonna know? Yeah. Stop. This post is dedicated to our friends in Barcelona who, despite very strict security measures, constant surveillance, police, helicopters, and bad weather, still managed to provide us with amazing footage. Yeah, shout out all of them, man. Shout out every single person. Natchez, Airkites, Gilf, and Soy Motor for sure. So I thought this was real. I was about to go live with a Audi crash to my title. But then I realized, one, this photo is way too good a quality. Two, the car looks way too good condition for a crash. And it's got the wrong logo on the rear wing. Audi has the three rings, not an Audi text. Is Ferrari running today? No, they're not. This is why they did during the previous year, Bahrain, and everyone thought that they were sandbagging. But at the end, everyone came to the car was crap, yeah. But all you had to do was watch the Mercedes to know it was crap. Is there any news if Williams passed the crash test? Apparently they have Peaky, but they won't be showing up to this testing. They won't be here in time. So we'll see it for the first time in Bahrain. Okay, this is what I was going to say. Fuck anyone who makes this and shares this and gets people confused. But also fuck the people who don't spend enough time to look at the image and verify that it's real before going and sharing it. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, part of me is kind of happy that stuff like this is happening, because if it was broadcasted, if testing was broadcasted and we had proper news outlets reporting stuff, no one would fall for this because you'd be watching testing. But because testing's not broadcasted, you're just taking the word of random people on Twitter. So I'm kind of glad in a bad way, in a weird way, that this stuff's happening, because hopefully it makes F1 realize, like, people just make shit up. Like, yeah. From what I heard, Lewin's passed the test. Yeah, cool photo. Wait, is this Daytona? Wait, we'll look at non-F1 stuff soon. That is a cool pic. Oh, I'd love to get Daytona. It looks so sick. Ferris wheel in the background's cool. What is this? This is another video of the Racing Bulls breaking down. This is how the Racing Bulls return to the pit lane. With the circuit already clear, the green flag will return shortly. Dejeen Benin. Sniping soap. There you go, some followers. Stop. It's just a repeat. Racing Balls is back out on track. After causing a red flag due to a predictable minor mechanical issue, then back. Whoa! That was fucking quick! Holy shit, they must have just got it off the truck and sent it straight back out. That's great. That is great. What the fuck? Wait, that was an hour ago as well. Damn, they really got that out quick. That Audi is the launch car, not the actual one. What do you mean it's not the actual one? They wouldn't be testing a fake car. What's your take on the Red Bull? Some say it's crap and some say it's fine. Well, the Red Bulls had a couple issues now, specifically had you crashing. But they got a lot of laps in, so I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell at this point. But yeah, wow. Racer Bulls on it. New record in for the test. Kimi Antonelli drops a 17.3. Mercedes is frightening with these performance runs. Yeah, Mercedes are clearly the best team right now. Russell's licking his lips. Is it true Audi have reliability issues? Yep, they've only done 32 laps in 2 days. They're back out on track now, though. Stop. There are 1,000 people following a fucking flight. Alonsoism is the most schizophrenic thing that exists. This doesn't happen even with a top signing from a Turkish team. What? Whoa! Cornering through turn 10 of the Audi R26 on this extremely troubled test day. Who's this? Whatever staff member is this, they're gonna get in trouble. Good pick. Good pick. Was this not where Ocon was standing? No, Ocon was in the main grandstands. Like on the main front corner, I believe. The last corner. This looks good AI. No, it's not. It's not AI. Sounds nice. Isaac had your crash. He crashed yesterday. I think Khaled will finish 10th in the standings. Ahead of who? This moment, small hiccups look like major incidents. By making broadcast private tests, they enhance what they feared. Yeah, exactly what I mean. Wait, I'm assuming you agree with me in the sense of like, if they actually broadcast testing, that V-carb issue wouldn't look like anything because we would have seen it on the broadcast. But instead, it's like, V-carb broke down. Since when have you started watching F1? I started watching F1 in 2019, so this is my 8th season of F1 this year. The Dibblad. F1 is not a sport, it's a commercial. Fair enough. Our president and CEO Stefano Domenicali carries the Winter Olympics torch. Cool. Read the rumors of the the AMR 26. Read the rumors that the AMR 26 is being transported to Spain on Cavoc Air. Blah, blah, blah. This is unconfirmed and unlikely. Aston Martin has a partnership with Atlas Air for freight needs, and F1's official contract is with DHL. They'd likely use these partners if air freight was needed. Most likely scenario, the car was shipped in Aston Martin's team trucks, standard procedure for European running. No need for obscure cargo aircraft. Who cares anyway? Who cares if it's air freight or truck or... we'll find out tomorrow if it's there or not. Oh my god. Seeing 2019 at 8th season doesn't feel right. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. My girlfriend got me into F1. Hell yeah, that is a good girlfriend right there. Alonso's fans are different, man. 2,000 people watching it playing. What's up, Mohammed? Why is this an F1 chat, bro? What is happening in the F1 chat these last few days? I can't quite make sense of the Mercedes' front wing actuation choice. They're the only team not exploiting the 30mm drag reducing deflection allowed on the primary flap, keeping it fixed. They rely solely on the secondary flap, 60mm deflection. Expect a less loaded secondary plane to limit straight line drag, with a more loaded upper plane to compensate. It's the most puzzling thing I've seen so far. There must be an upside, but for now, only the downside is obvious. Mercedes is famous for their clever solutions. Example, Das, what's your opinion? So, let me get this straight. Mercedes is the bit here doesn't go down. So, like, on all the other 10 teams, it goes, the whole wing moves. But on Mercedes, it's only these parts, not the middle part. That's interesting. George, over the follow. Hadif Legend. Algo Wave, thank you guys for the follows. I want Turkish Grand Prix bet. Yeah, same. Turkey was a goated track. Cat that will finish ahead of Audi. They're allowed to actuate both back planes, but on Merc they only move the back wings. Oh, I see. Interesting. For Beaster, they haven't followed McLaren today. McLaren's been out on track. The test will be easy. The test first question. Choose the worst driver. Oh, is it a hot take to say it's harder to pick? It's easier to pick the worst driver than it is to pick the best driver? I think it's easier to rank 4th than it is to rank 1st. All right, I want everyone in chat to rank these 4 from 1 to 4. Let's see everyone's real knowledge. Recency bias says Lewis, otherwise Max. Bro is asking for drama. No, I'm asking for opinions right now. You guys are taking too long to think about this. All right, Lewis, Schumacher, Max, Senna. Schumacher, Max, Senna, Hamilton. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, bro. Max is worse. Schumacher, Senna, Schumacher, Verstappen. It depends how you rank them, right? I think the thing is, like, if you rank, like, sports athlete, like, if you're ranking them as a whole, as a, you know, a teammate, a driver, marketability, their legacy on the sport. I mean, Max is just 4th, plain and simple, because he's the newest and still has years to go in Formula 1. If you're going off of skill, I do think Senna and Max are the best two. Some would argue Senna's better. Some would argue Max is the most talented. If you're going off of achievement and what they've done in the sport, I mean, it's obviously Schumacher and Lewis. If you're going off of their mentality, you're obviously going Lewis and Schumacher. Yeah. I feel like if I had to rank, like, overall top 4, these top 4, if I had to rank overall these top 4 in terms of, like, athlete, like a sporting icon, I would go Michael Schumacher 1, Lewis Hamilton 2, Ayrton Senna 3, Max Verstappen 4. I think by the end of Max's career, he'll be 3, though, above Senna. But if I was ranking, like, pure driving talent, I think Max 1, Senna 2, Schumacher 3, Lewis 4. And that's kind of what I meant by, like, I feel like 4's the easiest. I feel like Lewis is the least talented out of these 4. But I already know people are like, and typing in chat right now. But it's just like, I think Lewis is the least talented, but he's done the most out of these 4. So it's just, I don't know. It's always hard with Formula 1. We'll never know, right? We'll never know. But it's always an interesting question. They're all great, but also were in very dominant cars. Need to look at the seasons where their car had competition. Did you see Ayrton drive? Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. I never watched Ayrton drive. I just have to go off of the knowledge, information I know and the information I get. I know a lot about Michael and his career, but I didn't get to see that either. But also, they're in 4 of these drivers were in 3 different eras. Like Senna and Schumacher first, Schumacher and Lewis first, Lewis and Max first. But Max never raced Schumacher or Senna. Well, What's going to be taken out of context and shared with Team LH on X? I'm holding in my rage right now. Everything, including skill, is Schumacher. I mean, he's never really done wonders with tractors compared to the other three. Yeah, exactly. Prime Lewis has beaten Prime Max. Check out how many different cars Sterling Moss raced. You'll be amazed. Oh no, YouTube chat has lost its mind right now. Prost over Senna. But I don't know. I think the only thing I want to say about the whole GOAT debate is it personally annoys me when Max isn't considered in the top 4 debate. I'm glad he is now, but it always annoys me when he's not, because Max has won 4 championships, and the years he wasn't winning championships, he was, you know, one of, if not the best driver on the grid. Like even in 2019, 2020 when he didn't win the championships, and 2025, and he's probably the most consistent F1 driver ever. And I think some people are scared to put Max above Senna because of the whole, yeah, but Senna died, and if he had to have actually finished his career, he would have done better than Max. But he didn't, sadly. And that sucks. That obviously sucks that Senna didn't get to finish off his career. But you can't just rank Max lower because of that. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it sucks that we didn't get to see Senna's full career, but you can't just rank Max lower because that happened. You know what I mean? Like, you have to rank what we see. And I guess at the end of the day, I do think Max has overtaken Senna now in the rankings because, I mean, they got the same amount of championships. I think Max has done maybe more. I mean, it's hard to tell different eras, but still. Style Chaser, self-win. Thank you guys for the follows. Max had no worthy competitors then. Yeah, I heard the same about Lewis during his winning era. The Benetton had illegal traction control. Are we forgetting Massey gifted Max the championship? Oh no, here we go. First time tuning in, and your comments on this earns a follow. Thank you, Selfwin. Thank you. Which season was going on when you were born? 2001. I don't rank any of them as I've never been in their position and know them their POV as an F1 driver. If you go off of everything, the 50, 60, 70 drivers were doing Clark, Stewart, Hill, Surtees, Lauda, Andretti, and Moore were insane. Oh, 100%. Well, but then you could argue, but this is the thing, right? I would argue if you put Max in a 1970s F1 car against the 1970s talent, I think Max could compete. But if you put the 1970s talent against Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton in modern day machinery, they wouldn't be able to compete. But that's just because athletes today and people are so much more trained and so much more better nutrition and so much more knowledge, and they got videos they can watch, and there's just, like, quite frankly, like I mean, it's just simple facts and statistics, right? That Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen are a better athlete than Ayrton Senna. Like, it's just a fact, right? But that's where you have to kind of like weigh up so many different things when you're looking at like the best drivers. I'd go off of Eddie Jordan's words. I mean, that's the thing, right? That's the other thing. The other thing that annoys me about when people don't say Max is the best is, like, you know, everyone always debates Lewis versus Schumacher, Lewis versus Michael, Lewis versus Michael, Lewis versus Michael. But if you go to ask a lot of people in the paddock, like David Coulthard, Eddie Jordan, Jenson Button, who else? They all say Max Verstappen's the best. And I think their opinion is way more weighted than some random person on Twitter. Wait, what happened with Ferrari's engine today? They've just not been out on track today. Live, love, Lando. If Merck wins the championship, Hamilton is going to... Okay. That's recency bias. I mean, it could be recency bias. But then there's also nostalgia bias, where people just think Senna and Michael are like crazy because it's like nostalgia. Lewis has 7 championships because of his engine was half a second a lap better. Yeah, but you can't take away what like the machinery Lewis has. That's what makes this so hard. Anyways, we're gonna move on from that conversation. Mohammed Ben Saleh met with Christian Horner today, FIA Paris offices. Okay, why are they having photos taken of themselves? Ha ha ha. Oh, ha, ha. I can hear the rich laugh. James Vowles confirmed the Williams E48 will be ready on time for Bahrain testing and hold a filming day before said test. There we go. There we go. James Vowles, I'm confident in our decision to miss Barcelona, and I'm confident in our decision to miss Barcelona, and I'm confident it was the right one to prepare for the first test in Bahrain. Shut up. You're annoying me now. You're annoying me now. Stop. Just admit you fucked up. Get off your high horse. Just, what is wrong? What is wrong with saying, look, we fucked up and we missed our timelines, but we're looking forward to Bahrain and we're confident we're going to do well. Because then if you show up in Bahrain and you do well, then everyone will be like, oh, damn, James was right. You know, they fucked up, but they did do well. And if they do bad, then they go, oh, okay, well, clearly them missing Spain was a problem. But saying this, now if they show up to Bahrain and do good, it's like, all right, well, I guess he was right. But then if they do bad, it's like, I don't know. Why bother? We'll carry out promotional filming day ahead of it. Just a bit fault, man. Williams to race in the FIA Formula 2 2026 season. Williams' redemption arc is back on. Why is it called FE? Formula E? Formula Electric? Lives with a generational sandbag. I'll prove you wrong. Norris is the best right now, not Max. That's a fact. Alright. I'll be waiting. Building in the light will be driven in the light. Is that paper mache? What the fuck? The plane carrying Aston Martin's AMR 26 is due to arrive in Spain at 4:53 local time. Aston Martin want to get the car to Barcelona ready for Thursday running. That is only just arriving is kind of bad. At last in Williams F1 team arriving at Barcelona test. Okay. 5,555 days since the McLaren F1 car last sported the number 1 during an official Formula 1 session. Damn. Lando Norris on track. First laps of the afternoon session for the McLaren driver. I like that. I really do like the Shakedown livery. Snail Chaser. May. Self-win. There you go with the fellas. What is this shit? Stop. Okay, who's thinking this random shit, bro? Who's thinking this random shit? 1 day ban. 1 day timeout. Hummus. F1 team evolutions. Yes, did you know Red Bull bought their team from Jaguar for $1? It used to be Stewart back in the day. Ferrari's always been Ferrari. Oh my god, look at this. Tolman, Benetton, Renault, Lotus, Renault, Alpine. Tyrrell into, is that Honda? American Racing? Honda? Braun into Merck. McLaren's always been McLaren. Minardi into Toro Rosso, into AlphaTauri, into VCarb. Sauber into BMW, back into Sauber, into Alfa Romeo. Technically, this has always been Sauber, but anyways. Alfa Romeo, Stake, Audi. Haas, always been Haas. Damn! No, but the newest team on the grid. Jordan. What's that? Manor? Is that Manor? Oh, that's BAR Honda. What is that? Marisha. Then Spiker, then Force India, then Racing Point, then Aston Martin, then Williams. Minardi? No, Minardi was... Wait, is it Minardi? Wait, it's first one Minardi up here. Anyways. Let's compare 40-year-old Ronaldo versus Mbappe. New feature on the V-Cub's nose, narrower and more rounded than the one seen at Imola. 2 small flaps have also been added. Yeah, I was wondering if those were like cameras or something. Oh, yeah, Minardi was V-Cub, wasn't it? Yeah. Which seat are you choosing, guys? Lewis and Bottas? Nah, I'm good. Lando and Sainz? Nah, I'm good. Charles and Max? Hell yeah. Albon and Alex? Hell yeah. No. Alone with Kimi? That's cute, but no. 7? I mean, I like Alonso, but no, I'm good. No. 11's a vibe. 11's a vibe. I think for Aura, I'm going 3. Sitting next to Max and Charles on the plane, I think has a lot of pull. That would be pretty cool. I think vibes, Russell and Albon would be very sick. And, I mean, my personal opinion, I think Liam and Hadja would be very cool. That would be my top 3. Personally. Who's the pilot, though? True. Is streaming your side gig or is it made that? I'm a full-time content creator. I've been full-time since 2021. I picked the one next to Dalai Lama. Be quiet. 6 would do homework with Kimi. Okay. Wait, who did this? Why didn't you just make... Okay, let's imagine this is one row with Kimi and Behrman. I would put that P4. Kimi and Behrman would be a vibe. Yuki's the pilot? Yeah, true. Yeah, maybe we do some F1 GeoGuessr in a sec. Just another day with another masterpiece. Happy holidays, everyone. Not F1 enough. Not F1 enough. Ready to take our new whip for a drive. Damn, they got the bougie ass seats on the pit wall now. Pretty cool, right? What was this?
Checking in here from Barcelona on our day off of running. It's not really a day off though. The whole team is working hard for the next 2 days, but just wanted to give you my opinion of our testing special edition livery for the Barcelona Shakedown. I'm a big fan of it, hope you like it too, but my favorite part is the front wing. We've got names of every single person in States and in Silverstone who has been working for the car. That's pretty cool. So everyone gets their name on the nose just for us to appreciate all the effort that went in to get the car here ready and running. Hi everyone, checking in here.
Yeah, I really like that livery. It's nice looking. It's got a nice meaning behind it. W's for Cadillac. Oh, big lap from Lando. Best lap of the session. Best lap of they've put in so far. 18.7. Good time in the medium tire to start the afternoon session. That's only a second off. That's only a second off the best time. That's good. That's really good. Stop. Preseason Barcelona, the French driver who moved up to Red Bull after one at this rate. Okay, that's a fake. Fake. Ponden loves Michael Massey's De and likes Plur. What the fuck's Plur? Oh, wait, we got a video? We got this in video form?
Hi, everyone. I wanted to give an update.
4 minutes ago, no views! Damn, they fell off! They've lost all their fans after the announcement.
Hi, everyone. I wanted to give an update on the FW48 and the tests we've been doing here in the UK.
I'll back in a sec.
And further to that, I wanted to assure each and every one of you that we have taken the time to make sure we have all the facts and data around us before I come to you to explain what has happened and what we're doing about it. Last week, we took the decision to not attend the shakedown test in Barcelona following delays to our car program. This clearly wasn't our original plan. It was painful, and it isn't a situation we want to be in again. We'd intended to be on track in Barcelona. It is a result of our determination to push the limits of performance under these new regulations for 2026. We are transforming fast. But this shows, and my words have already said over the last few years, we're not yet at a championship level, and we still have a tremendous amount of work to do. Only by pushing the boundaries can you find the
I love Jays, but like this narrative of like we plan to be there, but we're not there because we're pushing the boundaries. It's like, that doesn't make sense. So like, basically what he's saying is they're taking a step back. Like, okay, I guess what he means is like, they're taking a step back to take 2 steps forward. So they're going, okay, we're going to miss out on a test, which is a big step back. You're going to miss out on 24 hours of runtime, shaking down your car, testing your car. But they're hoping that that extra 5 days not being in Barcelona means that they can work on their car and get their weight down and get their car sorted. But I don't think that really makes sense, because you can still build parts. You can still work on the car whilst your car is on track. You know what I mean? Like, the best way to test your car is on the track. You can still build the parts. It's not like, oh, all our staff is at the track, we can't work on the car. That makes no sense. And also, I think, if anything, like, I don't know, like, it kind of shows you are having problems. I don't think it is a matter of, like, pushing the limit, but anyways.
Exactly what we're doing. I'm not here to produce a car that's well and truly within the tolerances. We have to push ourselves as a business to breaking point, and we've done so. It's painful, but it means we will never be here again. I am confident that our decision not to attend Barcelona was the right one in the circumstances. It's the right one to prepare for the first official test in Bahrain and the first race in Melbourne. Could we have pushed all out to be at Barcelona at all costs? Yes. But we would have compromised the rest of the pre-season and the bigger picture that we're all working towards. To explain the situation, we had a number of issues which are now resolved. I'm pleased to say that we have passed all necessary tests, and for the avoidance of doubt, there has never been a problem with our chassis tests, which were passed many weeks ago.
Okay.
We are ready to run the official test in Bahrain, and will carry out a promotional filming day ahead of it. In the meantime, we are carrying out an alternative test program here in the UK, including what we call a VTT, a virtual track test. The car is on there now, it's been there a few days, and it will be on there for a few more days. It's a physical car, the real car, the engine, the gearbox are all bolted to it, and it's put through its paces on a rig and provides valuable engineering data. The car is there as we speak and will continue running tomorrow. We cannot wait to get on track. There's a lot to look forward to in 2026.
Just to clarify what a VTT is, it's basically the real car virtually ran on like a conveyor belt, for lack of better terms.
Tomorrow. We cannot wait to get on track. There's a lot to look forward to in 2026. Everyone here in Grove is working absolutely flat out and with incredible passion and dedication to get us ready. And I want to thank our fans for your incredible support. It really does mean so much to us. Trust that we are working diligently and incredibly hard. I also want to thank our partners and suppliers, including some great new additions. In recent days, we've welcomed Nuveen and Sparko to the team and renewed our partnership with Kraken. And there's some really good news to come on that front before we reveal our race livery next Tuesday. So please stay tuned.
Respect to James for being so transparent. I always love his weekly updates on social, or Grand Prix updates on socials, and always being so open about everything with the media. I respect that. But yeah, I don't like not taking accountability for being behind schedule. I think it's an interesting approach. But look, I still don't think Williams are going to show up and be the worst team on the grid, but this has definitely made me think that they are lacking a bit. But I think I need paint to describe this, right? Is what's so interesting about the start of the F1 season. I'm gonna try describe this as best as possible, right? Is no one knows where anyone is relative to each other, right? So Mercedes, let's imagine this is a line of goodness, right? So like bad. Okay, this is gonna be terrible riding. Good. Okay, that's terrible. Bad, good. All right. Let's imagine on the bad to goodness scale, Mercedes is here, right? And McLaren is here, and Red Bull's here, and from the seams of it, Audi's down here, and Cadillac's down here, right? Williams could be here. Right? Williams could be here. Like, their car is here. They built a car that is here. But Red Bull now have 3 days of testing more than them. So they jump up ahead of Williams, right? And Audi have 3 days of testing, so they jump up here. And Cadillac have 3 days of testing, they jump it here. But Williams is still ahead of Cadillac and Audi. You know what I mean? So that's what I find interesting about this. And I think what some fans are forgetting. And like, I'm already seeing people's lists. Like, I'm seeing people's team rankings, and they're putting Williams in last, second last and stuff because of this news. And I'm like, but you got to remember, like, they still might have built a car that's better than over half the grid. Maybe better than the whole grid. Yes, they've lost important time. Yes, they're going to maybe drop behind, say, like a Red Bull or a V-Carb or something like that because of it. But they still have probably built a better car than like 4, 5, 6 teams. The worst thing that could happen is they've built a bad car and they've lost time. Either way, look, losing time is not great. Losing time is not great. You know, that's 8 hours where if they were, let's say they were in a championship fight, they've lost 24 hours of time. That could cost them the championship. Let's say they were a team on the edge of getting a podium. Now they might be a team that's in the midfield because of those 24 hours. You know what I mean? They just fall behind schedule. But I guess my point is like, I don't think I'm going to be putting Williams as my worst. I don't think Williams is going to be in my bottom 3 this year after this news, because I still think I still think they built a good car. They started their 2026 car so early, though. The fact they still missed the test cannot be good. No, it's not good, but I don't think it's dead last worthy, you know what I mean? It doesn't strike me of confidence because the schedule was known for a long time. Someone fucked up, yeah. I mean, it does look like RB also came with whatever they got, as why else would they not have parts? I'd rather do a Red Bull than a Williams. Yeah, true. Such a good team principal. Yeah, I love James Vowles a lot. They're lucky they have good drivers now. Sargent would have been obliterated the car in testing. Whatever he says, they're at least 2 weeks behind, full stop. Yeah, no, exactly. At the end of the day, they are 2 weeks behind every team. But that does not mean they've built a bad car. If all top 6 finish on the first race, a Merc Power, I think there will be a massive protest regarding compression ratio. There already has been a protest, and FIA have allowed it. What's a fair expectation for Cadillac? Last. Cadillac have no expectations. They're a brand new team, new staff, new everything. Yeah, last is the expectation. For sure. So much crap in Discord. Holy fuck. Current standings of day 3. 17-3 for Antonelli, 17-5 for Russell. Good lap from Norris as well. When Williams showed up to Australia with a rocket ship and missing the Barcelona test was the ultimate sandbagging move. Yo, Red Eye, thank you for the raid, dude. I appreciate the raid back. How was your stream? How was the livery making? Did you finish the Haas in the end? But welcome in, everyone from Red Eye's stream. We raided Red Eye earlier today. He was making some liveries on iRacing, so go give us some love if you haven't already. They raid no worries at all, dude. I did finish it. Nice. Well, everyone tuning in from Red Eye's stream. We're currently just covering all the news from testing, discussing some stuff. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's not much coming out from track, so we're just kind of like waffling and talking shit. Yeah. Is Fry running today? They are not. They're not running today. What is this?
Ese.
Oh, that's the plane landing.
Ahí está, ese. Sí. Soy esto naranja, tú sabes esto naranja.
Okay. Ponden in 2021, by the way. He likes sniffing dirt, by the way. What? This is not 2021 either. This is 2022. All right. There's the plane landing. The plane that might not even carry any of the Aston Martin shit. Carlos Sainz running today. Yeah. He's physically running. 2,000 people track that plane, guys. 2,000 people track that plane. He's going off, fam. He's popping off. How has this only got 2 likes? What the fuck? Could we not have coded like a better running animation? Like, why does he look like he's got a pole up his ass? they're locked in. Stop! From all these interviews, it seems like the issue is indeed power unit related, but doesn't seem to be a big one. He said it only took... Right, let's just read it ourselves. Bearman has indicated the problem was a power unit related one that would have been solved quickly last season. However, with the change to the system for this year, with axing of the MGUH and a switch to a 50-50 split between combustion and electrical issues, issues are now far more tricky to diagnose and correct. Unfortunately, we had a small issue, but that's what this testing is all about, said Bearman. We expect to have these issues. Everybody's learning the car and the new bits and procedures. So the problem we had, which would have taken maybe 30 minutes with last year's car, since everyone knew it so well, took a bit longer. It's just because there are a few more intricate details, and there's just so much more to the power unit unit compared to what we've been used to. What the fuck? Why can't I read? That's for rare stability. Okay. Powered by Paella. I'll read it. Yeah, that was terrible reading. Morning session starts at 8 a.m. Norris comes out at 10:45. Evening session starts at 1 p.m. Norris comes out at 4:30. Yeah, I don't get this. I don't know why McLaren are taking their time. They're really wasting a lot of track time. What 3 years of McLaren racing does to a human mind. What is this photo? I don't get this photo, man. What is that photo? All right, we're caught up on Discord. We've still got 45 minutes left of today's testing. All right, so something I've wanted to do. Actually, let's watch a video. Let's watch a video. And then we'll go back to the news for a bit. All right, we've got a few options. Which one do you guys want to watch? All right. What do you guys want to watch? Oh, fucking hell. All right, do you want to watch Rick's F1 Addictions 2025 season in 21 minutes? How F1 bankrupt cities? Or Quadrants XL1 versus 25 kids. I feel like I know what's gonna win. Okay, why did I even bother asking, bro? Why did I even bother asking? Max opening presents. I think I've watched that already. Alright. Rick's F1 addiction. The 2025 season in 21 minutes. All right, let's see how... I feel like the more Rick's F1 addiction I watch, the more unhinged he gets. Let's see how unhinged he is in this vid.
The 2025 Formula One season. A year that has made every F1 fan go through all the human emotions and...
Wait, what? Where's that video from?
Year that has made every F1 fan go through all the human emotions, and so did every driver. They went through grief, happiness, regrets, redemption, while some just went straight to the barriers. But those things have made F1 this year best described as a roller coaster. That, ladies and gentlemen, I've actually created one for this video, and I call it the Heart Attack Express. Recapping all 24 race weekends, and with no bullshitting, I'm just gonna get straight into it. The ride starts by climbing and climbing, because before the season even started, we already had 6 new rookies coming in. Hulkenberg to Sauber, W
to anyone who says anyone who includes Liam and Franco in their rookie
new
list.
Rookies coming in. Hulkenberg to Sauber, Sainz to Williams. But as the coaster reaches the top, we have Lewis Hamilton joining Ferrari. And this was hype. The pictures of Lewis and Maranello testing the car.
Oh, what a day. What a day. I'm so sad I wasn't streaming this part of the season, man. What a day this was. Like, no, it sounds like I'm being sarcastic. No, but genuinely, like, what a day it was to actually have this happen. Like, the aura, it was so big for the sport. But it is funny looking back now at how much they improved their kit, their photography, their social media. Everything was so on point with Ferrari. It was so like dialed in. It like whatever team they hired or agency they hired, maybe they didn't even hire an agency, maybe it was all in house. It was so good. This year it feels like crap. To be honest, it's not bad. It actually, to be fair, it's not bad this year, but it doesn't have the aura anymore. It's like, I don't know if they stopped trying or if they're just like, well, fuck it, we don't have the car, so it doesn't matter.
Lewis and Maranello testing the car, him and Charles together, they were
So hyped.
losing aura. But let's not forget, they're wearing red. What's coming next is inevitable, because F1 in 2025 starts with Ferrari Disaster Class. F1's first race was finally back in the land down under, and when it started raining, almost all the rookies crashed, while Ferrari said that Charles Leclerc's wet seat
Must be the water.
and Lewis Hamilton's engineer was an annoying prick.
K1, may I get you close? K1 available. The K1, that's for practice.
If Ricardo Adami said that many Ks in another context, I'd think he was part of a plan with ordering his indomitable Aussie spirit. He pushed through. And as soon as F1's second race, China, Ni hao, Liam Lawson immediately fails to survive as Max Verstappen's teammate, while Ferrari receives a double DNF.
DSQ.
So the season was already off
DSQ.
to a bad start for most people. Hajar cried after a crash and Carlos was in a Williams. And other teams continued to get cooked. Jack Doohan threw his car out of existence and his F1 seat just a week later in Japan, making Alpine's total of 10 fans beyond depressed. But while that was happening, one man was cooking, and it was the pastry himself.
Oscar Piastri wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. Piastri powers
The fall off, man, bro.
Extraordinary
The
stuff
fall
from
off.
Australia. Oscar Piastri wins. Oscar Piastri wins. The Australian is a Grand Prix winner.
After Australia, Oscar won in China, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, taking the championship lead in just his third season, while Lando French kisses a wall. Then in Miami, after Lando adds to his bottle collection, Oscar pulls stunning moves that I just had no words. But in Monaco, Lando claps back, winning with ease, while Charles was ready to turn him into Swiss cheese. And Alonso gets his third DNF of the season. I don't really know how much more I can take. But then we had Spain, where Oscar flied away, leaving Bottolo Norris
Slide away? Is that the right word?
And he thankfully did, since the RB21 is as fast as the RB19, if Zach Brown was sitting on it. But Max is still Mad Max, so when there was a safety car in lap 56, he got pitted for hards. And boy, he was so pissed that he almost bottles the restart.
That
and
was
then
an insane
decides to
save.
ram into George. These two were already divorced gay parents in 2024, and now it looks like they're fighting for child custody. Who was the pregnant one? Don't even ask. But after Max's literal crash out, the season soon became Oscar versus Lando. The McLaren Civil War made the roller coaster swing left and right. And like a premature nut, Oscar versus Lando hit climax immediately in the next race, Canada, that no one still recognizes as Stroll's home race. I'm pretty sure Canadians don't want to claim him either, not even the polar bears. Sir, what do you think about Lance Stroll? Thank you, sir. But in Canada, George won out of nowhere like usual. I'm telling you, Woody here can get a podium by just rubbing one out in his car instead of actually trying. But during the race, Oscar showed his racecraft fighting Lando, who then went for a
Why does
gap
he pronounce
that didn't
Lando like
exist,
Zach
French
Brown?
kissing yet another wall. And off to the next race, Austria, where Oscar got warned by his own team for risking an overtake on Lando.
Oscar, feedback from the pit wall. We can't do that again.
And this was the beginning of McLaren's papaya rule drama.
The papaya rules worked.
brakes, they're shit. I mean, the man...
But before tensions worsened in McLaren, F1 headed to the UK. And from this point, the Heart Attack Express was looping and birds are hitting you straight in the face. In Silverstone, it started raining and it became exactly like Australia. Ferrari fumbled hard, all the rookies just fucking perished, and Oscar was about to win until he got a 10-second penalty for brake checking Verstappen, who then spun out of the race anyway. And everyone was losing it. But hold on a minute. Is that a green jelly bean in P4? Nico Hülkenberg was one position away from a podium and he overtook Stroll, denied Hamilton, and as Lando won the race, he crossed the line in P3. Nico Hülkenberg finally got his first podium. This was the best part of the season. Try to change my mind and I'll smack the shit out of you. But next up was Belgium, and the Heart Attack Express is now going so fast that you just get flung to the gates of heaven. In the sprint, Oscar had the win, but then came Max Verstappen, who stole the lead. But since Oscar is a man that learns from his mistakes, which is why I call him Mr. I Understand It Now, he remembered the move Max used in the sprint and pulled the same one on Lando in the race. But the week after in Hungary, Lando edged Oscar by just 7/10 for the win. However, Oscar strikes back again in the Dutch Grand Prix, earning a grand slam while Lando's engine shat itself and Isaac Hadjar got his first podium. And at this point, the championship was heading to Oscar. He had a 34-point lead on Lando. People were rejoicing. Yeah! But before you think that the championship was just gonna be between the two McLaren drivers, think again, because you can't forget the Lion himself.
Is that her from you?
2025, McLaren has had the superior car. Say otherwise, I'm also smacking the shit out of you. But even without the fastest car, Max was hunting. We're currently at race 15, Zandvoort, but let's move 12 races back to Japan, where Max stole pole.
How are we that far into the season? Like... Fuck, how, like, the season's just so long.
Pressured Lando into touching grass and won the race. Then in Saudi Arabia, he clings to second. In Miami, he was the reason Lando bottled his start. And in Imola, Max pulled the craziest move on Oscar, stealing his win.
I was gonna say he skipped over a lot of races.
Red Bull turned to bullshit. Max had a few mixed races, bad results in Monaco, Spain, a good one in Canada, DNF in Austria, and P5 in Silverstone. And if that wasn't stressful enough, a bomb dropped. After Silverstone, Christian Horner got fired. And why? Well, Red Bull says it's poor performance, but I think it's either the stupid power struggles, Horner saying that Oscar is his ideal Max replacement, or him obviously not being able to keep his dick in his pants. So with Laurent Mekies now steering the Red Bull ship that's filled with 15 holes, Max was still doing mid. P4 in Belgium, P9 in Hungary, the RB21 was nowhere. Its pace was being held on by all the spirits of the team's second drivers. But unlike Red Bull's complicated management, it's quite fitting that today's sponsor is Odoo, a hassle-free management platform that helps your business work more efficiently
and last podium for Hulk. Hey, he might cook with Audi. He might cook with Audi.
From accounting, HR,
this guy is just a Lando hater.
So instead
he hates on everyone, bro. That's literally the style of his videos, is to make fun of everyone.
I love their website,
and then you just pick out him criticizing Lando
Odoo can build a whole website for
and get mad.
And
he's literally hated on everyone in this video.
Add animations, effects,
yeah, no, Alonso.
Just drag,
he's
drop,
Alonso
and
fan.
You've created a website just as good as F1 teams. And it's free. Odoo gives you guys one free app forever with unlimited hosting, support, and a free custom domain name for a year. And
once
your website takes
Max,
off, you can use other tools like e-commerce or email marketing to manage your business better than Ferrari manages their drivers. So try Odoo's website builder for free by clicking the top link or scanning the QR code. But now we're back to Zandvoort. Max finishes second, but he's still 104 points behind Oscar. So for him to win the championship, he needs either a generational lock-in or for someone to have a generational choke.
But both happened. Both happened.
Max got both of those things. Immediately in Monza, he locked in, won the race while Lando had a slow stop, which led to McLaren telling Oscar to swap positions with Lando, which made Oscar fans pissed.
So do you think McLaren is biased against Oscar Piastri and costing him the World Championship? You're asking me for an opinion there.
What about you, Minister?
I definitely think he's cut some raw decisions this year. And
they were convinced Zach Brown spends his free time sniffing Lando's meat. And honestly, I can't even defend Zach on this one. Max's gap is now down to 94 points. Then Azerbaijan. Max wins again with Lando in P7 after he bottled qualifying.
Talk about the fumbles.
Oscar turns into a literal pastry in the race, jump starting, losing multiple places, and then crashes out. Gap down to 69.
Simply lovely.
And from this race, Oscar started struggling. The generational choke Max was praying for came true. Fast forward to Singapore. In lap 1, Oscar and Lando had an incident that pissed off Piastri that he cut off Zach's radio at the end of the race.
Yeah, but if he has to avoid another car by crashing into
it was
his
just
teammate,
timing.
That's a pretty shit job.
But it was funny though.
1 hour later.
Good race, tough race. Thank you for...
But McLaren still won the Constructors, while Max finished ahead of both drivers, gap down to 63.
And they won in Singapore,
and then
that's
came
ridiculous.
the US Grand Prix, a tipping point for Oscar. After all of the papaya rule bullshit he had to endure, Oscar said, fuck that. So in the sprint, he sends it, collides with Hülkenberg, and hits Lando in the process, resulting in this beautiful McLaren double DNF. And in the race, Max soared to the sunset with zero competition, gap down to 40. And then we had Mexico, then Brazil, where Oscar was still choking. But honestly, it's fine. It's only his third season.
Piastri
People always forget that.
when you
That's
think
how
about
good
it.
Oscar really is. However, F1 doesn't stop for anyone, so Max and Lando took full advantage of the choke. In Mexico, Lando bagged the win, retaking the championship lead from Oscar, with Max finishing in P3, now only 36 points behind Lando. And then Brazil came, and this race was cinema, featuring Max Verstappen as the protagonist. And it starts with a wet sprint race where Oscar bottles again, so did other drivers, and in the same corner Max suffers a similar slip but saves it like a fucking G. But then the plot thickens. Max gets P16
MLG edits in
qualifying,
2026.
and to make things worse, he decides to swap engines starting in the pit lane with Lando in P1. So all hope was lost. But this is Max Verstappen we're talking about.
Bro, like, this run, Brazil, Max 20th to 1st, into Vegas, double DSQ for McLaren, into Qatar, McLaren throwing away the win. Oh, honestly, those 3 races were probably 3 of my, like, that might be like my favorite month of streaming. That Brazil, Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, like, so good.
Toletto, the local hero, is stopped. He's in the barriers.
Piastri locks up, goes for it, and he makes contact with Antonelli, and that then forces Antonelli into Charles Leclerc.
Sorry, not
at
last
the same
third.
time, Max Verstappen makes a move on Lewis Hamilton. Verstappen top himself up into now 9th place right there, Martin, into turn 1. Max Verstappen is
How does he not get copyright strike for this?
Make his way up into the top 3, and George Russell
Ospreay,
could
David
be a
Follow.
bit vulnerable here. He's going to have to go round the outside. Verstappen and does swoop round the outside. He knew exactly where he had to put his car. Russell made it hard. Verstappen made it look easy. Verstappen from the pit lane comes home to finish on the podium. What an effort from him.
This Stanley Cup drinking gamer e-boy went from pit lane to P3 like it was another Sunday church sermon. But sadly for Max, Lando still won, so the gap increased to 49 points. He could have gotten P2, but Kimi Tortellini defended too well. I can see why Toto treats him like his own child. But before we go forward, let's check up on Ferrari. Yeah, I think they're dead. 2025 has been tough for Ferrari. They got a double DNF in China over an illegal car. Then in Zandvoort, Charles gets sniped by Kimi, while Lewis crashes by himself and starts saying that he's useless and a nightmare.
I'm just useless.
But that isn't obviously the case.
It clearly is.
What?
Yeah.
And the nail in the coffin for Lewis was while he was having a nightmare of a season, Carlos in a Williams got a podium before him. As for Charles, well, those eyes never change. And while Max was on his Sao Paulo mission, Ferrari got another double DNF. Same exact process as Zandvoort. Charles gets killed by Kimi, Lewis kills himself.
One time is funny, 2 times is fucking annoying, no?
Like I mentioned before,
Far Cry 3.
the universe always finds ways to balance itself through Ferrari. 2024 was amazing for them, so what comes up must come down. But Ferrari fans, this means that eventually it should be your year, guys.
Playing it right now,
It's only delusional until it works. Or it's only delusional until you off yourself. Right, guys? Up top. Nothing? Alright. But now we can head to Vegas and Qatar, where the F1 roller coaster pulls you back from heaven and slams you on the ground. If you're a McLaren fan, McLaren has been disappointing throughout 2025. Slow stops, papaya rules, strategy bad enough to rival the Red Clowns. Sir, can you tell me what strategy we're using today? And these two races,
how does he have all these perfect beams to the right spots?
Get past their midfield habits.
What a joke! What a joke!
To start, Vegas, where Lando adds another bottle to his collection, losing the lead to Max. However, McLaren then told him to start hunting.
You want me to arrest or try to overtake him? Overtake him. We're gonna go get Max.
Yeah, never mind, he didn't hunt for shit. And then McLaren gets a double DNF for running their cars too low, helping no one but Max, whose gap is now down to 24 points. And Qatar was just as messy for the papaya fools. In lap 7, Hülkenberg spun out, causing a safety car. But instead of pitting, McLaren stayed out for flexibility.
We should have just followed him in now.
They have lost all their flexibility for the remainder of the race.
No fucking way! So then Lando finished in P4, ahead of Kimi as he failed to cockblock Lando, while Oscar was frustrated with P2 knowing he could have won. But McLaren's biggest concern was Verstappen finishing first, who's now just 12 points behind Lando. So finally we reach the end game. With all the stuff that happened throughout the season, no matter how much McLaren won, all roads led to Abu Dhabi. The championship was going to either of these three, with Lando needing a podium to be champion, while Max and Oscar need both a win and for Lando to bottle again. And as the lights went out, everybody's shivers were timbering. Max got the launch of his dreams, while Lando tries to survive, but a few corners later, Piastri swoops round the outside. And then Charles was hunting after Lando every other lap, risking his podium. But like usual, the hunter fails to hunt.
69.
However, the tension continues as he goes for a pit stop, comes out, and has to pass Yuki Tsunoda that was ready to pull the greatest defense of all time, and it's already fucking over. God damn it. Perez, perhaps I treated you too harshly. And as laps went by, positions stayed the same, so Max won the race, Oscar finished second, and Lando was third, crowning him as F1's 2025 world champion. A brilliant drive, truly showing his capabilities, recovering from all the bottles.
Oh, hell no!
However, Lando's championship felt a little off, because there were still so many people that hated him, whether it's over papaya rules or his actions, and it doesn't help when his own dad said this after he won.
I don't think I've spoken about this on stream yet. This is so bad.
No one remembers. I was trying to think. I don't remember who came second because they're real, or maybe they did.
Like the guy who came second isn't remembered? Who? Like your son in 2024? Zero class for a man of your net worth. I'll be honest here, even I personally preferred Oscar or Max to win, but I won't dog on Lando's title. We can't stoop down to the level of Team LH or Adam Norris. We are haters, but we're professionals. But to end on a good note, I want to list down gifts I'd give all the F1 people this season, starting with Lando, who's getting a 12-pack bottle carrier here. Oscar is getting a How to Stop Choking ebook and a photo of his father Charles. As for Max, I'll give him a dinosaur, since he was the Jurassic Park T-Rex chasing McLaren.
Must go faster.
Taken out of context. No, I watched the full interview. He made multiple comments that were dumb.
Need I say more? All the rookies are getting a warm hug from Santa. They all had their special moments. Lewis is getting antidepressants gifted from Charles, while Waffle Brown gets the Cringe of the Year award for this radio message.
Is this the World Champion Hotline?
Shut your fucking mouth!
And lastly, MBS Mild Bowel Syndrome, the FIA president, gets Creep of the Year, as he literally
it's always the end of the video. I'm telling you, the videos get progressively more and more unhinged as we watch.
It's like it's a fucking genie pot every time he sees him. Oh, Lando, I wish that everybody would pay attention to me this year. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here, you little fucking gerbil. Like, this dude is so weird that there are literal F1 team bosses who have been to Epstein's Island, and yet MBS somehow looks creepier. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 season summarized. This year has been an amazing journey. Honestly, this channel started as a
shout out Rick's F1
project
addiction.
that I never expected to grow, but hey, I'm not complaining. So congrats to Max, Lando, Oscar.
Is that AI? What the fuck is happening to his face?
Putting quite the championship fight, and obviously...
What the hell is that?
So congrats to Max, Lando, Oscar for putting quite...
What the hell?
The championship fight, and obviously people will still debate on this championship, like if Lando didn't DNF or if Oscar didn't give back positions. But remember guys, it's racing. You can't use hypotheticals. Quoting from the man himself,
if my mom had balls, she would be my dad, so...
I didn't think I'd say, Max. You are now race leader.
Yeah, banger from Rick's F1 addiction. Guys, if you watched that video of us on stream just now, please go give it a like. Go give Rick a sub. Man smashed it this year with the content. He's I think for newer F1 fans to be able to have kind of digestible, funny, easy to watch videos like that. Like look, he absolutely cooked last year, bro. He cooked. 1.9 mil on everything wrong with Lance Stroll. 3.7 mil on every F1 driver explained in 22 minutes. 1.5 mil on the most hated man in F1. 1.4 mil on the F1 season break. 1.9 mil on the Ferrari experience. 1.9 mil on everything wrong with Red Bull. Bro killed it. Bro killed it. I do feel like though, like, I mean, I've said this before, but like, newer fans will watch videos like this and then whatever kind of Rick says, they'll believe is true. But I think Rick does a good job of kind of like making it obviously humor, but like, I mean, like he said at the end of his video, it's like hating in a professional way. You know what I mean? He does cross. I feel like he's getting so close. He crosses the line sometimes. But yeah, I think overall his videos are a positive for the F1 community. You know, especially newer fans to kind of get like up to date with the memes and the jokes and stuff like that, whilst also just providing really fun videos for anyone to be able to watch. So shout out Rick. We'll be sure to watch his other videos throughout this year. W video, another one, please. We've watched so many Rick's videos. I think we need to chill with the Rick's videos, but also we need to go back to looking at seeing what's happening in testing now. What we got? Best first half Piastri, best second half Verstappen, most consistent Lando, just like that. Yeah, fair. No mercy in Lando this year. He might forget his password every one of them, but every video is amazingly cool. Oh yeah, I mean, imagine how much editing, how much effort it takes to edit all that stuff. Never down. Thank you so much for the sub, dude. I appreciate you coming to the tier 1. Thank you, man. Really do appreciate you supporting the stream and subbing for the first time. Thank you, man. Thank you. Also, Ozred, Shroud, Nadre, Nath. Thank you guys for the follows. He makes it obvious it's humor, but lots of the newer fans who watch it are dense that they can't comprehend it. No, 100%. But I do think Rix does a really good job of like obvious sarcasm, you know what I mean? Or obviously joking compared to other people who I think just hate for the sake of hating. It's not, I think if you, personally, I think if you make edgy jokes on purpose and or hate, that's not comedy. That's just hating and that's just being a fuckwit. I think Rick's, like, sometimes he crosses the line. Specifically, there was that 2-minute segment in whatever video we watched. That was fucked. But, like, for the most part, he's, like, on the line, which is good. I feel like he is actually funny, whereas some people just say outrageous shit and say it's humor, but it's not. You're just being a fuckwit. Avenger, what is up on the stream? I've been following him since the start, bro. Is goated. Did he start last year or no? He started at the. It was 2024. He started, right? Are you advertising? Yeah, I'm advertising Rick's F1 addiction right now. It just makes more people Lando haters, to be honest. But he hates on everyone. He hates on everyone in a comedic way. You don't like RPM, do you? No, I'll never watch a Rocket Power Mohawk video on my stream. The thing is, with Rocket Power Mohawk, I think his style of content has so much potential. His content has so much style. His content style has so much potential, and I think the way he talks on camera is amazing. But again, he just ruins it. He would just say fuck shit, edgy stuff. He'll hate on people, and then call it comedy. And it's like, I don't know, like it's just edgy humor. I'm just not a fan of that. And I think unlike Rick's, who's clearly comedy and clearly like making his content for comedy, I think RPM does it for the sake of hating. But I don't know, man hasn't uploaded in like a fucking year, so yeah. I don't know, I just personally disagree with that type of content, like Leafy's hair kind of commentary of just hating and exaggerating and saying, oh, it's comedy though. Yeah, saying George Russell did 9/11 as comedy. Wow, that's so creative. That's so creative. Love from Jody. What's up, Hayes? Check F1 on Instagram. They got the McLaren. But yeah, I don't usually comment on like other people, like other creators negatively, but I don't know. I don't like what Rocket Power Mohawk does personally. And everyone always comes in my chat. Watch his videos. Watch the video. No. Alan 1 hits the track. Damn, this livery looks so nice, man. Woo! Is that, wait, it says 2026 or 26? That's cool. Yeah, 2026. That's sick. Ah, these are good pickies. These are good pickies here. Rick's been going since 2023. Right. I thought it was newer than that. I mean, that's still quite fresh, but I thought it was 2024. Big Manello. What's up, dude? Best RPM clip was him praising the Max vs. Lewis masterclass. Oh, 100%. He's definitely got great moments for sure. And again, like I'd say like 80% of his videos are really well edited. I love the way Rock Power Mohawk like is on camera and the way he speaks and stuff like that. But like that 20% of just like edgy humor and hating is just too much for me. And that's not even me being woke. I just think it's negative for the F1 community. I like when there's so many dark liveries this year. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously just a shakedown, so it's just meant to be a special. Love the awards series, but can't be asked for the community. Had that minimal font. Be proud of that one. Make it bold. You don't like the one on the side of the car? I think that stands out, though. I think you can go minimal like this because... Whoa! Okay, don't worry. I thought that was just one sticky uppy bit. I didn't see that. I think you can go minimal with the font on the one because it's like really stands out with the orange. Heat and neat at the same time. Off sport, what's your favorite football club? I grew up as a Manchester United fan, so I'm sadly a Manchester United fan. Honestly, that's how I kind of used to see this channel a bit ago, but I've kept watching. I really enjoy and appreciate the style that you bring to the F1 sphere. Wait, you used to think I was a hater? Okay, well, I appreciate you giving me more time and realizing I'm not. Wonder. Thank you for doing what you do. No worries at all. Appreciate you watching and appreciate you giving me more time of thinking I'm a hater. I think a lot of people think because of my criticism, like towards Lando, I think why some people think I'm a hater is they'll see me criticize Lando or they'll see me criticize Lewis, who, let's be real, Lewis is in bad form at the moment. And let's be real, Lando does bottle and make a lot of mistakes. And people see those moments and then go, you're clearly hating because you're a Max fan. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, but there's not really much to criticize about Max. But if you go look at my Grand Prix review after Spain, I criticize Max. If you go look at the situation with Red Bull dropping Liam, I criticize Red Bull. Like, when I feel there's something to criticize, I feel like I criticize everyone. Obviously, I can't jokingly hate on Red Bull like I do with other teams just because I'm affiliated with them. And I wouldn't do that anyway. But I think a lot of people just see me make a comment about Lando, Lewis, or any other driver, and then they're like, oh, you're just hating. But it's like, I would say that about other drivers and other teams. And like, you know, I criticize Checo. I criticize Yuki when they were part of Red Bull. But like, people will just look at those Lando moments or those Lewis moments and be like, you're a hater. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like if you watch my stream enough, I make fun of everyone equally. Well, maybe not equally, but I make fun of everyone. I criticize everyone. But people just pick out the one moments and be like, you're hating. And it's like, am I wrong though? Like, is Lando not a bottler? Is Lewis not in bad form? Like, I don't know. People just get upset at facts. Like, even that Rick's F1 addiction video, he literally was clowning on Piastri, clowning on Max, clowning on this, clowning on that. And then I see a comment in YouTube chat. He's just hating on Lando. Bro, he's literally clowned on everyone. Yeah, you could have said Lando, but you've said it's because you expect more out of him. No, 100%. I know the level Lando can be. And I think as well, like, I don't know. I think it comes back to Lando's attitude a lot. Anyways, let's see how Lando does this year. So I don't really care if there's Lando haters anymore, because he literally said he does not care, first of all, and there's no point just to even bothering. We get you don't like him, but we do. Wait, say I don't really care, like if there's Lando haters. Wait, I'm confused by your message. Yeah. I can't tell if you're agreeing with me or disagreeing. Esteban is already being delivered to the track. Let's see if they make it out tomorrow. What time is the stream ending? Well, we got 8 minutes till testing ends today. We've still got some more things to cover. So once we're done covering all the stuff from the day. Wait, I got 2 funny comments on YouTube. I need wait, 2 hilarious YouTube comments in the last couple days. I've been meaning to show on stream. I've just remembered. 2 absolute bangers. Wait. I want to see ones that I have replied to. There was one I replied to. Wait, how do I do this? Published, sort by newest, but I want to. How do I? I was one that I replied to. Oh, here it is. Here it is. No, wait. Sorry, it is showing my replies. Wait, how do I look at ones I've replied to? Oh, maybe he deleted his comment. He must have deleted his comment. It was on the it was on Liam. It was on a video back from China. No. It was Vegas. You remember in Vegas when Liam fucked up the race start and took out Bortoletto? Someone commented, "Why do you hate Liam? I don't get it. Everyone hates Liam." There's a prime example of someone just watches a clip, knows nothing about me, nothing about anything, and just sees me criticize Liam. Oh, I wasn't even hating on Liam. Why would I hate on Liam? Criticizing Liam for making a mistake. Some guy comments, "Why do you hate Liam?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. The biggest Liam Glazer in the world gets called a hater. Anyways, where's this other comment? Dude, your vocal fry is just horrible. What does vocal fry mean? Anyways, I wanted to review this guy's content because he publicly comments saying my vocal fry is horrible, but I noticed he has a band, so I thought we could review his band. Is he the singer or is he the music by Daniel Netto, played by Lab? Is he in the band? He's on the bass. All right, let's judge his bass work, guys. Which one's the bass? Yeah, it's gonna be that guy. Yo, that's kind of vibey, to be fair. I can't hate. Put the vocal fry in the bag, bro. What is vocal fry? Oh, that is the band. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I can't even hate on this. It's kind of a vibe. Anyways, thanks for saying my voice sounds bad. Oh, wait. He's about to copyright strike me. Fuck! Of course, no one likes being hated. Max admitted that he didn't like it, even though he said he wasn't bothered. People need to stop the hate and the pathetic booing. No, 100%. But there's a difference, though. There's a difference between hating and criticizing. What annoys me is when people are like, XYZ, whether it's a content creator or an influencer or, well, maybe influencer is a bit different, but a content creator or a pundit, oh, they're a hater. And it's like, saying Lewis is in bad form is not hating. This is the difference, right? Saying, look, Lewis Hamilton's in a really bad spot at the moment. He's really struggling that Ferrari. He's really struggling to get up to grips. We know the level that Lewis Hamilton can be at, and he's not there. That's not hating. That's criticism. That is giving your opinion. Hating would be, Lewis just fucking sucks at the moment. Like, he literally cannot drive the car. I really think he should retire. Like, he's just washed up. That's hating. And it annoys me when, like, pundits will, or content creators will just say their opinions, criticize, which is our job to do, or their job to do, and we get called haters, and it's just like, you can't win. You know what I mean? Like, I criticize everyone. Oh, am I just a hater of every driver?
People need
like,
to stop hating on drivers, and you should stop hating on Dalai Lama pics. They're hilarious.
Mr. Harvey, thank you for the 100 bits. No, I'll keep hating on the fucking Dalai Lama pics. If you're criticizing something that can't be changed, it's hate. Otherwise, it's just criticism. Yeah, main problem is people can't find the line between what's hate and what's criticism. Yeah, exactly. How do we get the Ferrari Mercedes logo on our name? Do we have to be a mod? No, so they're for bits badges. So I think the more bits you donate, the better the team. But I think I need to update them because I think they're out of order now. Red Bull was the... if you donate the most, you get the Red Bull badge, I think is how it works. But yeah. Everything about that car is so sexy. Yeah, I really like the look of this. This livery is so nice. What do you think of McLaren barge boards? They're very different. It's really hard. This is why they got the Shakedown livery. It's so hard to see. This is why they do Shakedown liveries, guys, because it's so much harder to see. Aston Martin's already delivered to the track. Hell yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm not like, I disagree, but like, I'm a Lando fan myself, but like, everyone's saying you're hating on Lando, like, I could care less, that's your opinion, and he said on stream before he does not care anymore, just kind of waste of people's times. I know he said some stuff really bad, but I just helped me in ways I can't explain. Right, I see. At the end of the day, people can have whatever opinion they want, block and ignore people if they get to you personally, but it's always going to happen, yeah. Everything is hate at this point, yeah, exactly. Do you think if someone refers to Max as the driver of the year for last year, disrespectful to Lando? Even though it's true? Well, no, that's just an opinion. The Vodafone McLaren was a beautiful car, yes. I think that's my favorite looking car in all of F1. Anyways, there's some really nice photos of the McLaren there. Let's keep scrolling through Discord as testing is about to wrap up in 2 minutes for the day. Appreciate you guys all chilling with me so far today. Entering a big season for the team at Enstone. 2026 driver lineup. Pierre Gasly, Franco Colapinto, reserve drivers, Paul Aaron Kushmani, executive advisor Flavio Briatore, managing director Steve Nielsen. So is he team principal? I didn't even know. I didn't even know who the team principal was. Ferrari SF26. Reliability confirmed. 2 Grand Prix distance complete on Tuesday. Okay, that guy always writes big posts. Excuse me. More of Lando out on track today. Car looks good. Car looks quick. Cars definitely look smaller, don't they? What is this? Truck driver giving a thumbs up. We saw that already. Starting the day the right way. Am I right, Visa Cash App? They got their hash browns. They've been following the truck for a while now. How are they being stalked? Oh, post got taken down. Oh, no. Just error with the link. Oh, no, maybe it is broken. Oh, no, here it is. Oh, they got taken down again. What the fuck? More MCL images. Side pods are a little more complex. Then the first meets the eye. The chassis side visible along the undercut. The weight boards are different too. Focused on floor edge than the tire wake. Front wing end plates and brake scoops have been some serious R&D. Damn. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, like these 3 winglets, which, or whatever you call them, 3 bits that the other teams have, but then there's big bit on the side. Interesting. Downswept strake. Wow. Because Cadillac have a pretty big bit on the side, but nowhere near as big as that McLaren one. All right, we've caught up and testing has just wrapped up as of 1 minute ago for the day. Let's have a quick little scroll of Twitter to see if there's anything. I don't think there's going to be anything anyway. You guys would have linked up. Oh, I can work with this. Error analysis incoming in the lunch break at work. Pop off, Dr. Obbs. Pop off. All right, I don't think there's much more. All right, guys. That is going to wrap up day 3 of F1 preseason shakedown week testing. For people who didn't watch any of today, to give you a little rundown of what happened on track today. Today, we had McLaren on track for the very first time. Here it is here with their shakedown livery. Now, they didn't run for much of the day. They only ran for a couple hours. But we had McLaren on track. We had V-Carb on track. They did have a minor issue, but they got back on track pretty quickly. Audi, but they had a major issue, and they did get back on track, but they lost a lot of time.
I wanted the Merc logo.
Who else was on track today? Mercedes on track. They set a new fastest time, beating Hedges' time from day 1, and got a lot more laps in. We also had... Who else? Alpine. I think that was it. And Haas.
From what I can see on the McLaren, the pushrod front suspension was a deliberate choice as it pushes air in towards the large barge boards, which in turn force air under the side pods and along the floor edge. Extra downforce is the aim here, and they're doing it right.
Interesting. Mr. Hoppy, thank you so much for the 200 bits again, and the info. Really do appreciate it, dude. Okay, interesting. And Reaps, thank you so much for the 100 bits as well. You wanted the Merc logo. Hell yeah. Thank you for the 100 bits, man. All right. But yeah, is there anything else that I missed? I don't think there's anything else I missed for our little rundown. We'll get the lap counts and the timings probably later, but I won't stay live for that because it takes a little bit of time. But yeah, what was the time Mercedes set today? It was a 17.3, so I think they beat Hedges' time by 2/10. Anyways, guys, that is going to wrap up the stream for the day. Thank you all for watching. Tune on into the morning session and the afternoon session. We'll be live again tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. UK time for the first 2 hours of testing and the last 2 hours in the afternoon as well. So be sure to tune on in for that. If you enjoyed, be sure to follow down below. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and like the stream. And be sure to join the Discord. Linked in chat. Discord.gg/Ponden. Will be that way you can keep up to date with everything to do with me and my content and join the community. And if you're watching on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. That is the place to be. Tomorrow we'll be live slightly earlier on Twitch before we go live on YouTube, just to talk, just to watch the videos from that come out overnight. But yeah, that is it. YouTube, I'm gonna end the stream there. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night, morning, evening. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.